guys, this is Mallory with Mallory Jo Mindfulness, and today I'm going to be giving you 5 tips on coping with panic attacks. One of the prerequisites to these tips actually working for you is you have to be in a place where you can let go of the panic or genuinely want the panic to go away. Oftentimes when we are really struggling, we really believe the stories that our mind is telling us and we aren't ready to let go of the panic. If that is the case, go ahead and ride the panic out because it can't hurt you. So it's not going to do you any harm to have the panic attack. But it's kind of unpleasant, and so here are some tips if you are ready to let go of that panic at the time. Tip number 1, chocolate. Unfortunately, this doesn't mean you get to go eat large amounts of chocolate every day for the sake of reducing your anxiety. But I often keep a Hershey's bar in my fridge, and so I can take just 1 square of chocolate when I'm having panic or anxiety and place it on my tongue. When I place it on my tongue, I don't hurry and chew it and swallow it. I savor it. I notice the texture, I notice the flavor, and I let it melt in my mouth. This is one way to reconnect with your body and reconnect with the present to bring you back to reality, often calming you down. Tip number 2, I like to call the ABCs. With this tip, what you do is you pick a category and you name something from that category starting with each letter of the alphabet. For example, one time when my husband and I were driving, I was starting to panic. So I said, let's name musicals starting with all the letters of the alphabet. So I said, Addams Family, Bandstand, Carousel, Damn Yankees. And I kept going and I would get stuck. This is the best. You want to get stuck because your mind is so focused on trying to think of something new that all of a sudden those anxious thoughts are gone and the panic has subsided. So that's one of the best tips that's worked for me. My next tip is called Drop and Give Me 10, and you wish it was push-ups. It's actually burpees. Exercise can actually reduce anxiety. Even just in the moment, if you start to feel panicked, you can do 10 burpees and oftentimes that panicked feeling will pass. Some people have to do 15, some can only do 5. I did not believe my therapist when he first told me about this tip. I don't fully understand the science behind it, but I promise it can work. So I want you guys to try it out, and I want somebody to show up in my DMs saying, Mallory, I tried it and it worked. I didn't believe you, but it worked. And tip number 4 has to do with the cold. The cold can help jolt your system back into the present. During the winter, I'll grab a big chunk of snow and I'll just put it on my face, the back of my neck, all the places we don't want to feel snow. A lot of times, this will bring me back to reality. And another thing you can do with the cold, drink a really cold glass of water and feel it travel through your whole system. Basically has the same effect. And then my last tip, tip number 5, find all the red in the room. This has been one of the most helpful for me for some reason. But a lot of times when I'm anxious, my eyes go a little cross-eyed and I kind of don't feel like I'm in reality at all, but I'm kind of floating above myself. And finding all of the red in the room can help bring me back to my body, bring me back to the present. So we could be driving and I could say, that stop sign is red, that car is red, that house is red, etc. Or in this room I could say, that vinyl has red on it, that pedal is red, and that thing on the window is red. And continuing to name these things can have the same effect as the ABCs, where maybe eventually you get stuck, but your mind is working so hard to find something red. Anyway, I really want to know what you guys think of these tips, but more than anything, I need you to comment below the tips that work for you. Anxiety and panic is something so many people struggle with, and it's not a one-size-fits-all solution. So please comment below the things that work for you, tips that you've heard, articles that you've read, anything you can find, because it's our goal to help one another to feel better and to be happier. Stay calm, guys. I love you.